What's going on, everybody? It's your friend Will. We are back. This is the Memory Lapse, and we're picking up our 3-1 run with Esper control in regular constructed event. Still love the name that they chose for this league, I guess. Why don't they call it Constructed League? You know, why just call it Constructed Event? They used to call it Casual Constructed. I guess they decided that sounded too derogatory, maybe, or that it would put people off from playing it when it's really like I think a fairly good mode for quickly grinding cards if you lock in on a deck that you like that performs well. All right, so here's a hand we can keep. We have Syncopate into Insights into Teferi. It's a little loose against red, but the Syncopate gives us a little bit of interaction. I've really been liking Syncopates in these more aggressive decks because it's so often live on turn 2. It's also randomly good against the control decks. Just catch them. All right, our opponent is contemplating their opening hand here. Mulliganing is tough in these best of ones. Because if you mull to Oblivion, you just are giving up a loss more often than not. And we will keep Kyoshiro. 420 for good measure. Alright, so we found our first land, or our fourth land, but our first land that we've drawn for the game, which is great. We'll curve into these insights. Hopefully they don't have something crazy this turn. Deeper Elite. Alright, so it's required that the merfolk actually enter the battlefield for this to grow. So Syncopate could be good here to prevent a little bit of damage. It's not going to stop that one, though. We have to hope they follow this up with like a Lord or something that we can Syncopate. Yeah, perfect. Ooh, bad draw there. So we would like to Chemister's Insight into a Ritual of Soot, which I think we have 4 of. It looks like they're going to play the stack on the Herald game. I think the one thing we have to wonder is, are they playing at some number of negates or anything like that? There's also a line where if they like tap down a bunch of blue mana here, we can use the Vraska's Contempt to eat up their big creature. I would love to see them play one more thing. Oh. I guess we're still going to go for it, because if this resolves, we're in a really good spot. Alright. So, the way that played out told us a lot about their hand. In particular, that they don't really have anything. I almost wonder if I should just play this first Teferi and plus it. Yeah, I think I'm going to, because I think there's a shot that it just absorbs some damage. Now I'm in the market to absorb some damage here and draw to some more removal. This being 3 is pretty good for us because it still gets hit by Ritual of Soot. Now I wonder if they'll send all 6 to Teferi here. Alright, this is actually fine for us. So instead of playing Chemister's Insight and drawing 2, we played Teferi as a draw 1, gain 6. Which I think is fine. Now I'm going to Insight on my turn because if I find like a... Well, didn't find it, but we got search. If we found like a Moment of Craving or a Cast Down, it would be better to do it here before they start growing stuff on their turn. But now they know the shields are down. They even attacked with this. That has to go to the graveyard. We need Ritual of Soot. Don't find it. Jeez, we just lost? We just lost. We drew too many Teferis. Chromium doesn't do it. Yeah, I think we just needed one Ritual of Soot here. I guess we can go Teferi plus or Vraska's Contempt. Or Cast Down or something. It's going to give us Ritual of Soot now. Oh, Vraska's Contempt works. Alright, so we need to stay in our end step. Hopefully it keeps us here. Nope, it didn't because it hates us. Even though we drew an instant that we could use. Yeah, so I think we have to use this now. And if they have like an answer to it, we're screwed. But this lets us go to exactly 1. I guess they could. It's pausing because they could use Chemister to draw cards here. Oh, this is great for us. We're still in a tight spot, but we just got like 4 redraws. And still all this stuff dies to Ritual of Soot. I guess we're gonna have to decide the best course of action, which is probably to flip search here if we don't see Soot on top, and then just dig for Soot. Wow, they actually grew this to 5. Yikes. A Ritual has to be good if we can find it. Yes, transform. Cool. A little backup action. All right, and they scoop. That was really close. You know, I think if our opponent played differently there and didn't draw a card, well, no, I mean, I guess we would have gone to 1 instead of, and kept the Teferi. I don't know. All right. I need to figure out how to turn off my freaking Windows alerts because this keeps happening. But all right, let's go to the next game. How do you do this? All settings. This is a keep, I think. We lead with Glacial Fortress tapped. All right, I'm off screen looking at my freaking notification settings. There we go. Finally. All right, so we want to lead with Glacial Fortress. Finally, silence. Alright, so we're not going to sweat the Branch Walker immediately. Instead, we're just going to play Search for Azcanta here. Going against our friend Perma-Tilted. Alright, we'll keep that removal spell. We'll save ourselves the damage here. We don't have a counter spell, so just use the moment. And we want to simplify the board. I mean, no doubt they have probably like a 3-drop or another 2-drop here, and they were just going to, I think they attacked to see if we would use removal so that they would know the way is clear of counter spells, but we want to start taking stuff off the board to make Teferi good. And a 1/2 is not a threat to Teferi. Assassin's Trophy. They're going to ramp us into Teferi here. So we've got double white, all this black. I guess we just want more blue. No, actually we want more blue. Wow. So we get punished if they have Vraska's Contempt. But if they don't, this is great. We have cast down for any creature they might play. They took a pretty risky line there, just, you know, what was the rush, right? Like, we were so far from flipping our search. And I guess denying us the card selection is something to consider. But you're ramping us into our Teferi turn. Like, you have to know we're playing Teferi in this deck. They want to send the one to Teferi. That's totally cool with me. Right now I'm just using this as a personal draw card guy. It would be great to find some counter spells, because we know that they're very likely going to be dropping like some kind of 6-drop next turn. If it's Carnage Tyrant, we're kind of in trouble. And we need to dig to our Settle the Wreckages, of which we do have 2. Alright. So this is going to resolve. They're going to get to plus it, but then we're going to get to Vraska's Contempt it. And keep plugging away with Teferi. Depending on what they show here, it might be worth using this cast down on the Seeker Squire just so we can start threatening to... Yeah, this is actually great. We're going to threaten to get this to 8 and just win that way. We're like getting a little bit all in here, but they've obviously bricked a lot. Their hand must be really bad. Yeah, I guess I'm going to do this and then untap 2 lands. I need to start doing that more aggressively, because now that worked out so well for us. We got to draw 2 for 2 mana, and we upgraded to a 2 mana counterspell. Let's go with our 3 mana counterspell. And now we can just sabotage this Vivien Reid. Deny them a draw. Graveyard this Ritual of Soot. We already have one. Even a 2-drop creature will probably just Essence Scatter here because we're close-ish to ulting Teferi. Fine, okay. Alright, we're not gonna use any mana here. If they just drop a bunch of low drops, we'll use the Rituals to clean them up. On our turn, we'll flash Chromium in on their end step. Put the game away with the big dog. Biggest and bestest dog. Put that in the graveyard. It's kind of a mopey card to draw at this stage in the game. I have to imagine that one goes to the graveyard as well. I wonder if they have like a 3-drop here too. Just let us get all the value out of Ritual. Nope. This card has the nice bonus of more or less being immune to Chupacabras, which could be what's in their hand here, or Vraska's Contempts. I mean, it can't be Vraska's Contempt. They would have certainly tried. We've been tapped out before. They could have. Alright, we'll send Teferi to 8. I guess we'll just Ritual now. We're going to untap these lands anyways, or at least 2 of them. Look at the agony. Wow, it smelled so bad they couldn't wear it again. Sounds far-fetched. The Chromium's almost overkill, but I like how it wins the game quickly at least. Like, actually puts them dead versus virtual dead. Ooh, sneeze there. I like this mic because it has a little mute button, so when I sneeze, if I'm mindful, I can catch it. What do they have that's threatening down here? Not very much. But I guess I'll still counter this. Just to keep them from building any kind of board. And to make use of our Essence Scatter and maybe tilt them into conceding, which their name implies is certainly a possibility. So the best thing that they could have here is Eldest Reborn. Like, by a mile. I wonder if I even care enough to Vraska's Contempt this. I think probably not. We'll let them draw their card, and we'll just remove it with Teferi. Let's save the Vraska's Contempt for something that's good. Just do this like this. Start moving the memorials. They're dead next turn to Chromium. I'm trying to think of what combination of cards they could have here. Yeah, that's like way too late. That would have been good 6 turns ago. Oh, good game. They just had a super mopey draw. Looks like they got really flooded. And they were playing Little Vraska, which really doesn't do very much against our deck. Hmm. Let's see. Let's think here. In Syncopate, Essence Scatter makes me kind of want to keep this, so I will. Hmm. This was like a bottom 5 draw here. These Teferis like to come in multiples. Wow, actually had nothing though. That's huge. So now if they go for like history, we can syncopate it. Oh, still nothing? What? Dauntless Bodyguard. I think we actually want to Essence Scatter that, since it seems they don't have any 2-drops. And it helps them get around Ritual of Soot in the future. This might work out. Their draw is really weird. I wonder if they're white-green, and they just don't have the green. That's the most likely explanation. Or white-black, and they're like some white-black token stack. Alright. I guess we just Teferi here, because like, what's the worst they can do? Play something that we either Ritual of Soot or Vraska's Contempt? Alright. Well, yeah. I guess they were in the same boat. Or the same mode of thinking. What's the worst that they can do? The answer is not very much. Alright, so that was a quick 3. And as long as they win one of the next 2, we get to 7 wins here. Another 2-lander. This is so crazy. It makes me think that some of the breakpoints that people have posted on Reddit and stuff are not correct. So, I mean, I guess it would be pretty shocking if a Reddit post was wrong. But we are not experiencing like just the casual 4-land hands. We're drawing as if we have 18 land. This one I think we actually have to mulligan. This will keep because of the search. Yeah, we need to find lands. Like, Ritual is close enough. Ooh, it's the Drake deck. Ugh. Black Source off the top? Awkward. Untap Black Source would have been better. Okay. Don't want that. Yuck. What's going on? Well, all of these get scooped up by Ritual of Soot. So we just need to find untapped black source on top. Ooh. Enigma Drake number 2. No, play another Drake. Oh, that's not good. Oh, yeah. Looks like they got us. I guess we still play this. I mean, not really up for debate whether or not we're gonna play that. A second Arclight Phoenix, that's not good. So now we need to find Settle the Wreckage. Actually, second cast down kind of does it for this turn at least. Oh shoot, I'm doing this wrong. I'm supposed to do this during their attack step. So that way they can't just like play all that stuff in the first main phase. It exposes us to dive down, but oh, and now we do this one here though. And I think we're actually going to do this to legend rule them, so that way we get to have a chance of flipping next turn. Enigma Drake. Only does 1. Well, we kind of have to hope they have it here and bring back all those Phoenixes and that we settle them. Ooh, they kept. So I'm guessing this is going to be spell number 2. Or a Phoenix. Those are like the only 2 things I could see them keeping. Chart. Discard Lava Coil. No, they're playing smart. Oh, that really grinds my gears. Thought they might just go all in. Oh, wow. Okay, so they just got it. Spell Pierce. Yeah, I mean that was we got kind of lucky there with those cast downs, but I think that one was going to be really hard. The sequence that they had with like all the Phoenixes and the sequence that they just drew all their creatures there. They must have had half their creatures in the top 12 cards of their deck. Just yeah, I mean that's just gonna be hard to beat. All right, well we have Syncopate and Sabotage, so I guess we'll keep this. We have double blue and double black. This is it. This is gonna decide if we get 7. We finally got a nice multi-land hand here. Oh man. I thought we were going to get a reprieve from these red decks finally, but they just love to play the game of Magic. But at least we have Syncopate for their turn 3 play and Sabotage for their turn 4 play. This is pretty good for them. Ooh, okay, Moment of Craving is a good one. So the question is, I guess we let this resolve, and we Moment the Steamkin, right? Yeah. I guess we want the option to sabotage here just in case. Although with 2 lands, maybe we should have used that opportunity to get a Watery Grave into play. Nope, let's sabotage this. I want to surveil. We don't have a second white, and we don't want to bail them out of their mana screw here. We'll take our 3. Okay. We'll get searched down, and we'll have a 1 mana Syncopate if they draw a land and play some 3-drop. Oh, looks like that's what they're on. Oh, nothing? Their hand could just be a pile of burn. What are they thinking about on the upkeep here? No, we don't want this. Alright. Very casually just jam Teferi here. So if their hand's a pile of burn, and it appears it is. Wow, they split it like that? That's a little greedy. Alright, thankfully we have this. So now we just need to draw action, action, action. I guess we want to save ourselves the damage here and hope that they don't have Frenzy or some other good follow-up. Alright, so now we get to start drawing extra cards. Yeah. Save ourselves the 3 here. It obviously gives them an opening to resolve something good, but looks like they don't have it. Moment of Craving would be nice. We'll take Vraska's Contempt, though. So we're going to take the 2 here and go to 5. Because I think we need to have the Sinister Sabotage, whatever they might have in their second main phase. Now, if they just have 5 damage in hand. Wow. Oh, they don't. Ooh! That was fairly close to a tilt. Alright, so now we have to be careful with this Chemister's Insight. Yeah, we can't use it here. We need to have enough mana to cast it with Sinister Sabotage backup. Banefire for 5. Why do we always play around Banefire and they never have it until the one game where we're not thinking about it? Yeah, they got us. 6 wins. Taking that 2 damage, but it was the difference in the short term. Alright, let's claim our prizes. Oh, Jaya. Risk factor. So we didn't have Jaya, so that's nice. Just good to get another Planeswalker. And, alright, well, that's it for the series. We beat up on red deck quite a bit. Unfortunate that last one was really close. Really, really close. And they had the foresight to have a main deck, Banefire, which got them the game in the end. I hope you enjoyed the series. And if you did, please leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed, please remember to do so. I really appreciate those subscriptions. It helps grow the channel. And the more the channel grows, the more stuff I want to do with it. So, we'll have to think about what we're going to do for 500 and 1,000 subs, which is, at the rate that we're growing right now, feels inevitable. And that would be quite the milestone to celebrate. So, all right, well, time to go find another deck to play. I hope you enjoyed again, and we will be back soon with another video.